What if the toughest negotiator you ever face isn't reacting to you at all, but to something that happened long before you walked into the room? Here's a lesson it took me years in negotiation to learn. The other side's behavior is almost never about you. It's about what they survived before you got there. The moment you take their reaction personally, you've already lost your read on the deal. I learned this decades before I ever sat across from a buyer. Lunar New Year in Korea was sacred in our house. My mother dressed the three of us in hanbok, the traditional outfit in Korea, and we went house to house bowing to our elders. And then came the part every kid secretly waited for, the red envelope, the cash for the year. I had spent weeks before New Year's already planning what toys I would buy the moment the cash hit my hand. That year, my aunt gave each of us one envelope and then gave my elder sister a second one. My uncle did the same, giving my younger brother a second envelope. All I understood at the age of 8 was my sibling had 4, I had 3. Around that same time, I overheard my mother say something in passing, that 3 children was such a burden that she sometimes wished she had only had 2. She wasn't talking to me. She probably forgot she had said it by the next morning, but I didn't forget. I built the whole story out of that one sentence. If I hadn't been born, she wouldn't have struggled. I was the extra one, the miscalculation in the middle. What I didn't understand until much later, none of them were actually reacting to me. My aunt lived through the Korean War. Parents were out working to survive, so the eldest child inherited a role. She wasn't just a sibling, she became the one who held the family together. My uncle was the only son in his generation, and during the war, that meant carrying the responsibility of the family's survival forward. He saw that same weight in my younger brother, and my mother wasn't rejecting me. She was one exhausted woman raising 3 children, saying out loud what any overwhelmed parent thinks for a second and never means it. I had turned 3 unrelated moments into one verdict about my worth. I'd actually been standing in the middle of everyone else's history, a war, a role, a hard day, and I made it about me. Sorry, I didn't realize my recording was so long. To be continued in part 2.